I got a fifth of Patron and a blender, baby. Slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause paradise is wherever we...
The wheel, eyes on the sky. Jeff calls it in, we're rolling 5 wide. Brian's on the radar, Trace calling the shot. Green sky rising, everything we got. 5 states wide, we don't back down. Chasing chaos through every town. We're 605 chaser, tracking the chaos. Skies turning green and we're already rolling. Live where it's happening, first ones to know it. 605 chaser, live and unstoppable. Dakota plains, the wall cloud forms. Been doing this since we were chasing our first storm. Brothers on the road, no matter the cost. Delivering clarity when the chaos gets lost. 5 states wide, we don't back down. Chasing chaos through every town. We're 605 chaser, tracking the chaos. Skies turning green and we're already rolling. Live where it's happening, first ones to know it. 605 chaser. on the sky. Jeff calls it in, we're rolling 5 wide. Brian's on the radar, Trace calling the shot. Green sky rising, everything we got. 5 states wide, we don't back down. Chasing chaos through every town. We're 605 chaser, tracking the chaos. Sky's turning green and we're already rolling. Live where it's happening, first ones to know it. 605 chaser, live and unstoppable. Dakota plains, the wall cloud forms. Been doing this since we were chasing our first storm. Brothers on the road.
All right, everybody, we're coming in here hot. Be one moment. I will get up on here and show you guys what's up here. 1 second. For some reason, my webcam has moved a little bit for whatever reason. Nope, it looks like it's okay. All right, so welcome to the show, everybody. I want to make sure that you're aware. So Brian Anglin and possibly our VP, Jeff and Daryl, will be handling the chats in our Facebook as well as our YouTube. So if you have questions, certainly reach out. They'll handle them as quickly and as accurately as they possibly can. I have full faith in them, so just be aware. I don't have access to the chat right now, so it's going to, there's going to be times that I'm not going to be able to handle that because this is going to be a long night. We're talking about crazy stuff all night long. With this first one, we've got some rotation over by Faith, South Dakota. I'm going to take a look at this one. There's some circulation, considerable damage threat right now. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for southeastern Perkins County. At 8:43 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles southwest of Eusta or 17 miles northwest of Faith. Now, the reason some of you may be like, why are you covering South Dakota weather? This is my home state, folks. So this is why I'm covering this right now. This is near and dear to me. This is my home state. So if you guys have an issue with this, I'm sorry. This has also got a tornado possible tag on it, 60-mile-an-hour winds with 2.5-inch hail, considerable damage threat. If we take a look at the super reflectivity, you can certainly see a little bit of this curvature right here. I want to kind of draw this out here for you. Right here, this curvature, and right here as well. And this also, coincidentally, is the area that the Storm Prediction Center has outlined for a slight risk, but more importantly, it's approaching that tornado risk. This green right here, that's all that tornado risk. So we do have concerns there for sure. Let's take a look also at the correlation coefficient on that storm up by Faith. We'll look at that right now. Super correlation coefficient right here. My son is with me right here. Say hi, get into the view. All right, my son Nate. What do we want to look at here, Nate? Well, the problem here is this doesn't bring it up as well as we can on a typical map because we got Rapid City radar. So it's a little bit hard to, yeah, it's a little bit harder for us to see that. We might have to tilt it a little just to be able to see that a little bit right there. So correlation coefficient will typically give us the ability to see ground color, ground clutter. And what I mean by that would be like if there's, debris flying, that type of thing. So I wanted to explain that a little bit for you. Also, folks, I want to make sure that you guys are aware of a amazing service that we also provide. Courtesy of Weather Call Next Gen. If you guys are concerned like we are of storms that are happening overnight tonight, sign up in the link. It is on YouTube, link in the chat, as well as pinned to the comments in Facebook Live here as well. It's Weather Call Next Gen. It costs $15 a year. Life-saving alerts. It's not an app. It calls you on your telephone. And it'll be me on the other line telling you exactly what to do. Now, I understand there's emergency alert systems, but unfortunately, sometimes I even heard from a friend of mine tonight that it didn't go off. And that is a real concern, because with Weather Call Next Gen, you don't have to worry about that. It'll actually give you a phone call, and if you're in the polygon, it's not like wide base. So wherever your device goes, that's where it's going to know your location. All right, do we have a severe thunderstorm warning? So that is now pushing further south. We're going to be seeing that push further south into Faith. Let's go ahead and take a look at, see if we get the warnings popping up here any moment. There it is. Oh, this is so this is even more destructive. So we do have this tornado possible tag. We should be seeing the warning pop up here very soon, a pop-out alert. But the severe thunderstorm warning issued at 8:51, just a moment ago. There it is.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so this has 2.75-inch baseball-size hail southeast at 30 miles per hour. This is Meade County, Perkins County, and Ziebach County. Expires in another 53 minutes, as it shows there. This is a destructive storm for Faith, South Dakota. Locations that are going to be impacted by this, of course, would be Faith, Usta, Durkee Lake, and Arrowhead Buttes. This destructive storm, tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. Seek shelter immediately in an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built structure. I cannot stress you enough. This is going to be a long night. Why do we think this is going to be a long night? Let me show you the models, okay? I'm going to show you the Rufus model. This is the one that was updated at 00Z. So this was updated at 7 p.m. Tonight, and that is the latest weather model that we have. If I scan out here, I'm going to show you. This is really doing a good job of picking this up, okay? I want to show you. Here we are, close to 10 p.m. This is a weather model. I'm going to quick shift and show you. So this weather model is saying at 10 p.m., this is kind of where it's going to be, right? Now I'm going to go back to live radar. It's kind of picking it up. It's a little bit off, but not a whole lot. I mean, this is still in the general vicinity. I wanted to show you that. So let me back this up and show you what could end up happening for today. And I'll put Sioux Falls in the view here, okay? Again, folks, I don't have the ability to chat with you live right away, but this is what is possible for this evening. Thank you so much for the stars. Oh, goodness gracious. Jennifer, thank you so much. I appreciate the stars. David, thank you. And Dwayne Hand, I now see the chats a little bit. So, yeah, my team is handling the chats. I got to focus on this. I really love being able to see the chats. So thank you so much on Facebook, Jennifer, for the 1,000 stars. You guys could donate stars. It takes thousands of dollars to handle storm chasing. This is all self-funded. We don't have sponsors. We'd love to have some sponsors. If you're a business and you want to connect with us, sdweatherdad@gmail.com, or you can Facebook Messenger us. But for right now, this is what we see possibly happening. And what is all this? This shaded area near Blunt and Pierre, this is updraft helicity. This is where there could be that rotation and big time hail and wind threat. As we move this along over to Wessington Springs, this is no joke. This weather model has been staying consistent all day long. And so we are generally concerned. The National Weather Service out of Sioux Falls has mentioned the word derecho, and I am generally concerned about that as well. As we get into 3 a.m., this is what it looks like, or could look like. Is there a possibility that nothing happens? That's always a possibility. And don't dog on anybody for forecasting and you know, this might or this will or whatever. we're trying to let you know the latest information that we possibly can. And right here, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to kind of draw this out for you because I want to show you this. What is this? This curvature. On the back side of this, okay, impacting to Sioux Falls.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
We're covering the entire United States right now, but I'm focusing on South Dakota. So Hancock County, Ohio, just be aware. We've got all of the warnings throughout the entire United States coming through. This is all stuff that I programmed and our team programmed. So just so you're aware. So we're concerned about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be impacting to areas of Harrisburg, Sioux Falls, big time hail, rotation possible. There could be an isolated tornado in these storm cells as well, but destructive winds. We're talking 80 plus miles an hour. We saw this a few weeks ago or a couple of weeks ago come through. This is kind of a very similar type of situation. I'm not going to lie. This is very, very concerning. Let's take a look further to the...
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Let's take a look further to the southeast. Okay, we're going to move this, and I apologize. Hopefully you guys... Where we got a tornado warning. Hang on. We got a tornado warning over by Faith. Faith is coming up. All right, we have a tornado warning now that's going to be popping up here any minute. This is a, I'm sorry, but I have to switch to the live radar, and we're going to show this super resolution velocity here. Yes, we could definitely see it on velocity here. That is showing there is a radar indicated tornado that'll be popping up here very shortly. Tornado warning now. This is tornado and baseball size hail. It was located 7 miles west of Durkee Lake or 7 miles west of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Folks, get in your safe place. Find a lowest shelter, lowest level of your home. If you're in a mobile home, please, please.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There it is, Meade County and Ziebach counties of South Dakota. We do have that tornado warning. It is a destructive storm. Folks, this is extremely dangerous, and I can't stress enough.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
We have our team handling the chat, and if you guys have a moment, you can certainly help us out. I got to double check the stream to make sure you guys are able to see all of this here. There we go. But you guys can see this right now. This is the super resolution velocity. It helps to see the rotation when you have the reds and the greens, and I'll show you that exactly on here with the velocity bar. 1 second here, and I'll have that pulled up. All right, so when you see this velocity here, the reds and the greens, okay, the green velocity shows how fast wind moves towards or away from the radar. Not true wind speed. Tight green and red pairs next to each other mark a rotating storm. And that's what we have right here. Reds and greens right over 212. This is a dangerous storm, folks. If you have a moment, if you appreciate the footage that we are giving you guys, we would really, really genuinely appreciate the stars. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you, David. We appreciate your hard work. Michael, MJ. Yeah, we are very concerned about Pier as well. This is all, let's take a look here at the tornado risk, okay? If you guys are just joining, this is the tornado risk, 2%, but it is going to a moisture-enriched environment, okay? The overall risk for the convective outlook, we've got an enhanced or a level 3 out of 5 for Sioux Falls, Mitchell, Chamberlain, Pier. The wind threat is significant. We have a 30% hatched area of wind threat. So we're talking Pierre, Chamberlain, Fulton, Gettysburg, Redfield, Huron, DeSmet, Brookings, Madison, Mitchell, Salem, Parkston, Sioux Falls, all the way over into areas of Esterville and Spencer. This is going to be all night, overnight type of thing. The hail threat is significant. That is more so for the Dupree, Cherry Creek, Gettysburg, Redfield, Miller, and Huron area, but we could still have some hail, but primary threat for Sioux Falls is going to be the damaging, destructive winds. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this Faith storm right here. What do you see, Nate?
Go to supervise activity.
Yep, this looks a little bit different than what radar are you on?
I'm on the
All right, you're on KUDX. That's Rapid City. Yep. All right. Well, we could definitely see this. I have this smoothed out quite a bit, so my son is looking at the radar as well through a different product. We're going to look at the echo tops here. This is measuring how far up in the atmosphere, how high up those clouds are. The clouds. Goodness, I got these flies that are driving me bonkers. So 53, 54,000, 55,000 feet. That is the tops of those clouds. You see kind of the mushroom or the cauliflower, I guess sometimes people call it. And then the hail core. So this is the hail core right here, 79, 64, 79.5 kilogram M squared. That is a huge hail core that is barreling down Highway 212. I hope that people in Faith, South Dakota, are heeding the warning. This is an extremely dangerous storm, and you can definitely see the curvature there. This is showing a classic hook right here, folks. This is showing a classic hook right here, kind of a horseshoe, if you will. We start to see this little hook right here. That's where that center of circulation is. And we do also see another area of concern as well, and that would be back here. There's a little bit more development happening there as well. These are going to continue to back build. We do have the severe thunderstorm watch until 3 o'clock in the morning for including Pierre, Cherry Creek, Bridger, areas of South Dakota, all the way down into areas of Presho and Chamberlain. This also does include Haride and Mobridge. I don't expect this to die out. I do expect this to expand eventually over to Mitchell sometime after midnight. These storms are moving at a pretty good clip at this point in time, 35 miles per hour, but as it moves off to the southeast and eventually starts getting into that southerly flow, I do expect these to really pick up some speed. We could start seeing some of these storms push to a 50 mile per hour track instead of 35. So 35 miles an hour from a chaser standpoint, that's okay. We can handle that. But when you start talking about storms moving 50 miles or even 60 miles per hour, that is extremely dangerous. It doesn't take very long for these storms to really push through. I'm going to put this into play here. Okay. And you can see it's kind of pushing off to the southeast. This is the only cell right now that we're concerned about in South Dakota. There is additional development that is kind of around the Dickinson area, and we do see little blips right here. It's kind of pushing southeast here, so we're going to start seeing Lodgepole area. That's going to start to see a developing cell right here. And if we take a look, we're not going to be able to see the satellite very well, so I'm not going to look at the satellite at this point. But if you want to see what this might look like, I'm going to span out here so you guys can see the whole thing over time. You can see it right there. And we do have, this is the 00Z or the 7 p.m. update. This is the latest model from the Rufus, RRFS. And you can see how these storms really blow up. Some people might want to know what is the, thank you, sweetheart. My wife just brought me some coffee. I'm in for a long night. My sweetie brought me coffee. We're ready to roll now, baby. All right. So we've got the HRRR weather model. Okay, I'm showing you that right now. We're looking at the same model run, but on a HRRR. And this one really is struggling. It doesn't pick up on it really at all. Let's go back to that a little bit, actually. So at 8 p.m., it put that there. Kind of 10 p.m. HRRR did a pretty good job at the 7 p.m. update. It's still showing Sioux Falls getting hammered somewhere after 3 o'clock in the morning as well. So what I'm trying to point out to you guys is there's model agreement, okay? If we go to the one that was updated at 8 p.m. for the HRRR, still showing the same type of system. This one does show that it kind of dies out a little bit, but it's still pretty dangerous with the hail cores there and the wind threat. So bottom line, I don't see this dying out anytime soon. So stay safe, stay alert. Make sure you have a weather radio, but if you do not, sign up for Weather Call Next Gen. That is in the comments, okay? It's pinned in the comments. Sign up $15 a year for life-saving alerts. They did an update on the tornado warning. What do we got, Nate?
35 mile an hour.
What time was that update?
That was just
What time? I need to know the time of the official alert up on top.
9:88.
No.
9:08, but
9:08. That's mountain time. So that was just a moment ago. So it looks like this is giving a new update. Let's verify that we have it on here. Yes. So at 9:08 Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles west of Durkee Lake or 8 miles southwest of Faith, moving southeast at 35. So it's still got a tornado and baseball size hail. We don't have confirmation of this being on the ground. However, it does.
there is a storm chaser in John.
Okay. Yes, I'm aware of John. All right. Radar indicated rotation, baseball size hail. All right. Mainly rural areas of northeastern Meade and west central Ziebach counties, just west of Highway 73 and south of Faith. So this is an extremely dangerous storm at this point. This looks to be tightening up. What do you think, Nate?
Yes.
Let's take a look at that. Yeah, that definitely is tightening up a little bit more right there. If we put this rotation or the play this through, let's bring this back up for folks. Show the velocity bar. That shows the reds and the greens. It looks actually like it is tightening up just a little bit there. Let's look at correlation coefficient. What that'll do is allow us to see, yeah, if there's debris. It does look like it, doesn't it? Look at the blues in there. So there's likely debris moving around, and that picks up, you know, basically pixels here. We've got reds and blues. Anything that's, you know, when you go up here and you see all basically the same color, not too bad. But when you start seeing multiple different colors in there, those pixels, that's where that debris signature is likely. And that shows it a little bit better. We'll take a look here, and we definitely look at that new scan, Nate. It's tightening up quite the horseshoe there. That is quite the horseshoe. Hey, if my team is able to grab a snippet off of your off of the live, I would appreciate a snippet to go post on Facebook for me. That would be great. We are Going to continue on this storm here. It's continuing to move to the southeast. So this Faith storm, it's mainly rural areas, folks. Looks like it's recycling. And what we mean by recycling, so you can kind of sometimes see this, you start to see this curvature kind of not be as tightened up. And that basically can mean that it's recycling and reorganizing. So it doesn't mean that it's losing steam. It just means that it's reorganizing. And this could tighten back up and drop one heck of a dangerous storm. I appreciate everybody that's in here right now, Facebook as well as YouTube. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being in here. If you have not had a chance yet, please sign up for Weather Call Next Gen. It's not an app. You sign up $15 a year, and it's life-saving alerts. It doesn't matter where you live. It follows with you, okay? It calls you through your phone, and it'll be me on the other line.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Ohio, we're covering all of the United States. So we've had 2 tornadoes throughout the U.S. Today. This is total reports of all today. Look at throughout the United States, 475 total reports through the whole day. That's pretty significant, I would say. Okay. They updated the severe thunderstorm warnings, so let's go ahead and we got a tornado possible tag on this. We're going to update this. So the storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area, therefore the warning has been canceled. That doesn't mean that you're clear. It just means for that particular area. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:45 p.m. Mountain Time for northeastern Meade and west central Ziebach counties. This is moving east or southeast at 35 miles per hour. That's as of 9:12 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. This is a destructive storm for Faith, South Dakota. Baseball-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So please get in your shelter immediately in an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built structure. Can't stress that enough. Still seeing near Highway 73 in South Dakota, this tightening up. We're starting to see that velocity again. Look at this super res storm velocity. Look at that tighten up right here, right in the middle. I appreciate everybody being in here. We're going to continue to stay on this. Right now, this is the only storm that we have firing off at this point in time for areas of South Dakota. But again, we do suspect that we're going to start seeing additional storms in the evening into the early morning hours, and that's why we're stressing Weather Call Next Gen so much, because you got to be able to get your alerts. We don't want to freak people out, and we don't want to create more storm anxiety. We want to make sure that you guys get life-saving alerts when it really matters. Going to be a long, long night, ain't it, Nate? Say hi to Nate, everybody. He lost it. So, I appreciate you all being in here. Hey, Nate, can you take a look at the YouTube channel real quick? Verify the chat. Go to live. Staying on the storm, folks. Okay. This is starting to tighten up again. Look at that. Oh, no, it wasn't. Thought it was. Right there. Again, for folks that are just joining, we are continuous live coverage, team coverage. We do have our team handling the chat in YouTube as well as Facebook. So I appreciate Brian and Jeff. Not sure if Jeff is on there, but I appreciate everybody that's maybe even Trace might be on there, although Trace might be.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Huh? It's not showing the chat? Oh, that's because you can't see it, but you'd have to go on there. That's all right. We're just trying to verify if we have chat open. All right. Okay, good. Chat's good. All right. Thank you. All right. So right here, this storm, we do have continued concern. This is a new update, I believe. Yes, 9:14 Mountain Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles south of Durkee Lake, or 10 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Mainly rural areas of northeastern Meade and west central Ziebach counties, just, west of Highway 73 and south of Faith. Tornado and baseball-size hail in the storm. Go back and show you the area of concern, main area of concern. Wow, look at that, Nate. Is that tightening up?
Yeah.
Let's go to correlation coefficient here. Sometimes differential reflectivity helps. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little tough.
It's on the ground.
It's observed?
Yep.
Okay, they just issued observed now. It's going to be updating.
It's right here.
Okay. Let me verify. Nate, did you get that
Yes.
confirmation? Click on the warning right now.
Observed.
Okay, this will be updating my team. This is now an observed tornado, so hold on one moment and see if our alert system works here very shortly. My computer has been going all day long on YouTube 24/7 channel with other storms that were happening earlier before I was able to get off of work. But it looks like we do have this now observed. Yes, we do.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so tornado warning in effect until 9:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for eastern Meade and west central Ziebach counties. At 9:18 Mountain Daylight Time, confirmed tornado was located 8 miles south of Durkee Lake, or 11 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Weather spotters confirmed the tornado. We do want to make sure move to an interior room on lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is going to, again, stay over rural areas, but this is still extremely dangerous. Again, this has been now confirmed. We have a tornado on the ground. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, oh, wow. That's
a new
huge,
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
right there. Okay, I'm going to zoom in.
Pause it.
We'll pause it right here.
Just go through all the way.
We're going to show you guys right here. This signature right here, I'm going to circle it for you guys. So this is extremely strong rotation right there. So if you are over by 174th or Highway 73, let's back it up and see. reds and greens, and now we got blues. That's debris. Let's look at correlation coefficient. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of debris. We got flying debris on this storm. Extremely dangerous storms, guys.
This could be a potential storm.
This is likely turning into a extremely strong tornado. It's starting to get even, like I was telling you guys earlier, was recycling, and it certainly is. Wouldn't you say, Nate? It was recycling, and now it's become a massive signature here with storm relative velocity here. That's where that rotation, oop, we lost it for a minute. So it's just recycling again. But you can see the reds and the greens. When those are mixing, we got reds and greens. That's where that rotation is. I love weather front. So if you're near Brushy Creek Road, it's basically on top of you.
You can even see it on like this.
Yeah, reflectivity. Yeah.
The
The velocity?
Yeah, you can even see the hook.
Yep.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so we do have a severe thunderstorm warning over in Ohio, but again, we're staying on this storm in South Dakota. This right now is the most dangerous storms that we have. I appreciate all of you being in here. Our whole team does. Everybody thank Brian Anglin. He is the one that's handling the chat. Brian or Jeff or even Trace. They are an amazing team that we have here at 605 Chaser. If you want to be a part of 605 Chaser team, you can certainly message us on Facebook and our team will reach out to you. We are certainly looking for social media managers, and we are filtering through some of those and vetting them. We have thankfully grown from, I think it was around 2,500 followers in May to now over 14,000 followers on Facebook. I think we're approaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and well over 10,000 on TikTok. So we have all platforms covered. X, we're on there as well, but we don't do lives because I'm not paying X to do a live. And soon we will be, when we do our live streams, we'll be soon, hopefully, getting to the point where we're going to be on all three platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, all at the same time. So we'll expand that is our plan.
What does 32T stand for?
Oh, that's a road. Yeah. It's heading towards 32T. Yeah, it's right on top of Brushy Creek Road right now. Okay, well, yep. Again, this is an extremely dangerous storm. It is the only one, but if you're, wondering, is this going to hold itself together? 100% it's going to. I would not be a bit surprised if this continues further to the southeast. This would probably be something that later on Bridger and Cherry Creek would need to be worried about.
And southwest of Phillip.
Southwest of Phillip?
See?
Where are you at for? Well, that's a long ways to get there. Let's focus on the closest. But I appreciate my son letting me know. Velocity?
Yes.
All right. Wow. Whoa, that took a turn. Let's take a look at that a little bit better. We definitely have the signature. Again, this is showing the reds and greens. That shows where they're blending in. That shows the rotation.
I have this thing expiring in 3 minutes. But I don't know why.
And we're using the Rapid City radar because that's the one that's going to be able to help us quite a bit. Once we start getting into Cherry Creek area and Eagle Butte, we might be in better range for. All right. So this tornado warning has been extended, and the reason my son is getting those warnings faster than what's showing on here is my computer system has been overworked already today. So it isn't anything to do with Weatherfront app. Let's go ahead and verify. Tornado warning issued at 9:27.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I don't know why it's saying unknown, but nonetheless, it's moving southeast at 35 miles per hour, damaging tornado and baseball-size hail. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. It's probably because they do not have observed on it. Well, on my little tool that I created, it doesn't have observed, but it is still a confirmed tornado. Was located 11 miles south of Durkee Lake or 14 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. So the locations include Takini. So Takini, South Dakota. I'm trying to see if I can zoom into that. Where is Takini? That must be a really small Takini. I'll type in Takini here. That's the great thing about Weatherfront. I don't know. Takini, I've never heard of it. Takini. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Must be maybe a township. But anyhow, it's going to be impacting those areas. This must be, so now, like I was talking to you guys, there it is, Bridger. Yes, it's not in it, but it is just outside of it. So I would be getting prepared if you live in Bridger, South Dakota, along Highway 34. I would be definitely getting your gear ready or getting your action plan.
Something's going on with this correlation coefficient.
Don't worry about that right now, Nate. All right, so there's Bridger. Again, Takini, South Dakota. Look at how that's tightened up quite a bit. I'm going to look at the reflectivity, see if we can see that hook.
It's recycling.
Yeah, it's recycling again. All right, so folks, this red polygon, that is a tornado warning. This other one, that is a severe thunderstorm warning with a destructive tag on it. That means 60-mile-an-hour winds, and at this point, baseball-size hail. So Highway 73 and Highway 34 in west central portions of South Dakota.
There might be vortices, because there's 4 spots of black on the correlation coefficient.
Correlation coefficient, let's look. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
You might want to pause, because...
Yeah, I'll pause it. So again, those that are just joining us, this is showing the debris signature. Anytime we have these, you know, you got the reds, these all kind of look about the same color, right? But then you have this right here. in this right here. This is where your tornado, the most destructive part of the tornado is. Right there, right, Nate?
Yes.
Yeah.
A new severe
We
thunderstorm
got a new
warning has
severe
been issued.
thunderstorm warning. We're going to talk about North Dakota real quick, and the reason we're going to talk about that is because these storms here are going to eventually impact South Dakota. Let me talk about this one right here. Things are just getting started in North Dakota. So this is moving east at 30 miles per hour. This is going to be impacting areas of mainly rural areas, northwestern Grant, west central Morton, northeastern Hettinger, and southeastern Stark counties in North Dakota. The reason why I'm talking about that, even though it says right now it's going east, this is eventually going to be pushing, once it goes here, then it's going to eventually start dropping down and going into that area. Let me show you why I believe that's the case. I'm going to go ahead and show you the weather models. We'll look at
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
new severe thunderstorm warning for Ohio. We're not focusing on that right now, so I apologize to my Ohio folks. But we're taking a look at the HRRR weather model.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Wow, we got New York and Vermont, everyone. But this is what we're expecting with the HRRR. It may end up having a difficult time pushing that out. It does. So let me go back to another weather model here. This is the Rufus model that was updated at 7 p.m. As you can see, this pushes further to the south and the east. This is the estimates of what could end up happening today, or tonight, I should say, into the overnight hours. As you can see here, Miller, unfortunately, Huron, this is going to be a big wall of wind as well as hail and a possibility of an embedded tornado or two. As we get into 4 o'clock in the morning, there's Sioux Falls, bullseye. So, folks, anybody that's in Sioux Falls, if this weather model holds true, which it's been right almost all day long, then we have a very long night ahead of us. It took a right turn?
Yes.
So it's heading towards Cherry Creek?
It's now, yeah, heading that way and then going to South Dakota.
All right, let's take a look and see once we get the update here. Did that just come up with a new warning? No, this is the one that shows observed, damaging tornado and baseball-sized hail. Okay, this is, again, just north of Bridger, but it's going to be impacting Bridger if it continues on its current track. Let's see if we have an update here. Again, chat on Facebook, you guys can certainly go ahead and send stars that assists us with the financial responsibilities that we have.
Severe thunderstorm warning, including Bridger, South Dakota.
So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning, including Bridger. I'm guessing they probably, yep, they have a tornado possible tag. This will be updated here very shortly on this app. Destructive.
A new severe thunderstorm
All right,
warning
so
has
there
been
it
issued.
is. Hackens, South Dakota now is in this. This is a tornado possible tag. I'm going to pull that up here. Severe.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Hacken County in west central South Dakota, east central Meade County in west central South Dakota, southwestern.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
I think I need to like turn that alert thing off for now. All right, I'm going to turn that off and you guys can hear that. So at 9:35 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 6 miles west of Red Scaffold or 15 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Cherry Creek, I was talking to them already about this. Cherry Creek, and then Milesville, Red Scaffold, Bridger, and Taquini. You guys need to get into your safe place now if you haven't already. This is a very destructive storm, and it's continuing. It looks like it has kind of moved and shifted east, doesn't it? Hi, Dwayne. All right, do we have, let's take a look. All right. Got a big thing of coffee. I appreciate everybody in here. And if you have not followed, also, if you have not subscribed to our Facebook, that is thebomb.com. And the reason why I say that, just wait 1 second, $4.99 a month, and you get inside scoop on weather analysis. And there's some cool features that we've got planned. What do we got, Nate? What do we got?
This is really weird. You got a hook on the other side instead of on this side.
Yeah, that sometimes happens. So that is likely, let me go look at this. It's recycling on the backside, so you might end up having this tornado drop on the backside of it instead of the front. I don't know. We'll see what happens. No, that's actually the wind. Now I can see. That's wind pushing it through. Yeah. Because it's probably going to become more of a wind threat. It could also be recycling, so just be careful. Again, very destructive storm. Let's take a look and see if we have any spotters on this.
On this one?
Hold on, I'm going to look.
Yes, we do.
So who do we have up here in Faith? We got Shane.
Shane Dawson. Right? Oh, wait.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
It's John.
All right, well, we got him right there. All right. So we have no other people on this right now. It's a very dangerous storm to be even chasing, to be honest. Especially when it's super late in the evening, very difficult to see.
Well, there's going to be
Frequent lightning? Yeah. Again, this red polygon is the tornado warning. It's radar indicated at 9:36 Mountain Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles west of Red Scaffold or 18 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. So this tornado warning will likely expire, and then we'll have the destructive severe thunderstorm warning. But that tornado warning is good for another 19 minutes. Gonna back up here and see what else.
For this tornado one.
Yeah.
Strength one is 5, which is strong. Severity index is 3819. Low level
Okay.
Low-level base is 4,000.
Oh, who sent the stars? I appreciate it. 500 stars, Emma. Whoop, whoop. 500 stars. Can anybody top the 500 stars? Anybody else that has just joined and can top the 500 stars? I appreciate all of you. All right, so we do have... Oh, who's doing the stars? Oh, somebody topped that. And Emma, boom. She got another 90 stars. Way to go, girl.
Good lord.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. There was a report of that tornado.
Yep, that was the report of the tornado that was up here. So now they don't have this one as a destructive. So now they do have the severe thunderstorm warning. Will expire at 9:45. This was for this yellow polygon up here.
The severe thunderstorm warning that was previously in effect has been reissued for
Further south, yes.
for this.
Right. That's this one here. And the severe thunderstorm warning that was previously in effect has been reissued for Meade and Ziebach counties and is in effect until 10:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time.
This black.
Okay, I need you to focus while I'm talking, all right? Remember, buddy? My son gets a little overexcited. Again, everybody, I appreciate all the stars.
I thought somebody said like Harrisburg, South Dakota on the chat.
I don't know if they did. I was trying not to pay attention to the chat because I have a tendency to get to a squirrel brain. The storm right here. Again, folks, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that is, I need to shut off. Let me see if these mesoscale,
So you go here.
that expires. Ooh. So they have a watch probability now for North Dakota. And this would end up including, so mesoscale discussions, you guys. What this basically means, typically the Storm Prediction Center issues these and gives a watch issuance probability. And they usually issue these a couple hours before a potential, basically it's an area that they're watching for further development, and they give the watch probability. On this one, there's a 40% probability, but I have seen watches being issued for 20% sometimes as well. So just because it says 40% doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. So that would end up extending these yellow severe thunderstorm watch would end up being up, including Ipswich, Powell, Bowdle, Selby, and obviously possibly extending the Mobridge one as well.
The tornado might be on the back side of it.
The tornado on this Faith one? You think it's on the back side of it? I don't think it's on the back side of it. Let's take a look at that. My son is saying it's on the back side of it.
You might want to click on that arrow right there. And then just go to super velocity and pause it.
All right, my son's saying I need to pause it. Okay, no, I don't think it's on the backside. I realize that, but that could be the wind right there. This is likely where we're seeing the rotation yet. Did they reissue that tornado warning yet? Oh, because it doesn't expire until why do they not have an expiration? I can't see it. Oh, it expires at 11 p.m. So another 15 minutes. Yes, I figured the one over Faith, they have now canceled. That's been allowed to expire. But again, Bridger, Cherry Creek, if you're not in your safe place, this storm with a tornado, they did issue. This is radar indicated. This is a new one. Yeah, it's a... Hold on, folks. All right, folks. At 9:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles northwest of Takini, South Dakota, or 22 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Again, this is radar-indicated rotation, likely because I don't think we have any spotters on this right at this moment, so it's going to be very difficult to see. But there is radar indicated rotation in this. I'll bring up the velocity again. We'll show you that velocity bar to remind folks what we see here. This is the area of concern. Right in this area right here, that is the area of rotation. And if we pull up correlation, there we go. We can see the blue. So there's debris in this. So again, folks, right here, smooth, all the same color. Not a whole lot of debris. But here, debris. Even up here, debris. That's what we see based on, you know, the best that we can do with looking at the radar, okay? Went through another scan, so it looks like it's getting a little bit better. Let's go back to reflectivity. And we'll take a look at these enhanced echo tops, and I'll show you. This is showing the tops of the clouds. We got 60,000, nearly 60,000 feet. So the cauliflower, the big puffy stuff that you see overshooting, you know, when you see it during the day, that's what this is. It's looking at the tops, very tops of those clouds. So when they're towering, that's allowing for those big time supercells. The vertical integrated liquid, that is a huge hail core right there. That's what vertical integrated liquid is. We're looking basically up into the storm at the moisture that's freezing, basically, and making that hail core. That is a massive hail core. So the tornado's destructive and the winds are destructive, and then you got the hail on top of it. This is a massive storm, and it's all by itself. We at 605 Chaser and many storm chasers always say, biggest concern we have. One second. One second. So I am going to be going. I'm going to be going on severe weather coverage. I had my team ask me if I'm going all night. Yes, I'm going until the storms completely subside. I'm going to be on here. I don't care if it's 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't work until 10:30 in the morning. I'm going to stay here with you all night long. What? What do we got? What do we got, Nate? Zoom in. What do we got? You want me to pause? All right, my son's saying pause. What do we got to see? It's recycling again. Nate's saying that it's recycling. And how can you tell that it's recycling? Let's see if he's learned anything from his dad. How can you tell it's recycling?
Because it's not even showing.
Right. So basically, there is a little bit earlier, it was showing kind of a hook, a little horseshoe right here. And now, as you scan back through, it's more broad, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a big old blob. So it could be recycling. Hold on. But we do see still some rotation in here. What do you got, buddy? So this severe thunderstorm just got updated. Let's verify what we have now at 9:50. Severe thunderstorm, whoops. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area, therefore the warning has been canceled. However, Severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 2 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Tuesday for a portion of west central South Dakota. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 10:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for northwestern Haken and southwestern Ziebach counties. At 9:50 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Takini, or 23 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 30, so it's moving slower. This is a destructive storm for Faith. Baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is going to impact Cherry Creek, Milesville, Bridger, and Red Scaffold, as well as Takini. Folks, it's staying over the same areas. That's the scary part.
What is happening with the severe thunderstorm watch?
The watch got expanded, my guess.
Something happened right here.
Well, that's outside of it, so it got removed. So this is tightening up a little bit. So folks, if you guys are on here and you're in Wall or you're in all right, so that's for Ohio. So if you're in Wall, New Underwood, Rapid City, you don't need to worry about that. These storms are pushing off. We don't suspect redevelopment at this point in time, but continue to stay weather aware is the best that we can give you at this point. The severe thunderstorm watch that we have,
that is going to get canceled. Since it is 2 a.m. where that is.
this one is in effect until 3 o'clock in the morning, and that is for these polygons here for central and west central South Dakota. I appreciate all of you being in here. And folks, we may end up having our team not be able to handle the chat the whole time, but I'll do the best that I can. At least in Facebook here. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. And I will do my best to respond to those as quickly as I possibly can. Do we have a new update on the tornado warning?
Or 22. Yeah. No, we don't.
9:45. Nope, that's the same one, so we still got that. Let's do a scan on this and see what's... Do we have a new weather model up?
For Rufus?
The latest Rufus is only 5 frames in. So we're going to kind of show you folks, again, what we believe might end up happening for this evening for folks that are over in Sioux Falls, if we can get that many frames. I'm not sure.
Oh,
What do we got?
the tornado threat has diminished, and the tornado has been canceled. However, large hail and damaging winds remain likely, and severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect.
Okay, so you can't hear my son, but this tornado warning threat has diminished out of this particular cell. So we're going to see that polygon go away. That's great news. However, there is still a destructive severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag on it for Bridger and Cherry Creek. So while the tornado threat may have diminished for the time being, this is still a destructive storm that's hitting Bridger and Cherry Creek, and we'll be seeing that update come through here very shortly. Thank you all for sticking with us. Again, I'm going to go through the model updates. If you guys are enjoying the content that we're providing you, you can donate stars. But this is the latest Rufus model, and this is showing Blunt, Oneida, Gettysburg, Miller, seeing things happen sometime after midnight, possibly. I'm going to take... Yep, Highmore, unfortunately. We're going to take a look at the HRRR weather model as well. Let's see what this is picking up on. That looks like midnight. Looks like the HRRR weather model is getting a little bit better of a job here. It looks like 4 o'clock in the morning over in De Smet. That's the thing, is we got to look at all of these models and see what's expected to happen. And now this particular weather model is suggesting Brookings and Madison and Del Rapids maybe super early in the morning hours.
So it's going to completely miss us.
We don't know if it's going to completely miss. This is the tough part about weather forecasting and utilizing multiple weather models to get a complete picture. If we take a look at the Rufus model, you can see there at 1 o'clock in the morning, HRRR puts it kind of in the same general vicinity. So at 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's a big thing. And what is driving all this? What's driving all of this? We will show you the METARs. These are basically the dew points, temperatures, what direction the wind is. So currently out in Rapid City, we do have the winds that are coming out of the east-northeast, okay? And then over here by Phillip, we have winds coming out of the east-northeast. Let's take a look. Oneida, we have the winds coming out of the east-northeast. But what about over here? Valentine, if I can click on that, we have, that's a little tough. Let's take a look. Ainsworth, north-northeast. But we do have drier air trying to push on through, but it's, as of these observations, the 43-degree dew point was over in Newcastle area. Let me shut those METARs off. It's a little clouded. Yes, they'll allow this tornado warning to expire, folks. All right, so we're going to take a look at Sioux Falls right now because we've been focusing on South Dakota. We've been focusing on that storm. We're going to show that. And my wife just sent me a message and said it's starting to rain. It must be sprinkles because we're in Harrisburg area and I don't see anything picking up on there. How would I do a sounding?
Just click on it, and then it requests sounding.
So my son is asking to request a sounding. Okay, so a sounding basically is at any given time you can request a sounding to see the parameters. So we have a marginal tornado possible based on that sounding. And this is not 100% accurate. This is just a snippet in time. So don't freak out. And we're going to go to radar in Aberdeen. Is there?
Yes.
How do you see it?
So you just click on the radar.
Yep.
It was showing it there.
Oh no, you probably are on a different radar, so that's fine. This one right here, let's take a look here. Cherry Creek and Bridger. You think it's trying to recycle? Let's take a look at the storm relative velocity and see. No, that looks like it's becoming more of a wind threat. Yep, it's continuing. So again, this has got a tornado possible tag on it. A severe thunderstorm at 9:50, p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Takini, or 23 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour, baseball-sized hail, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Let's take a look back at the echo tops and see if it's losing any steam. Doesn't look like it is. How about the vertical integrated liquid? Still a very large hail core there. Again, I appreciate everybody being in here. Please, if you're concerned about storms tonight, the best advice I can give you is sign up for Weather Call Next Gen. $15 a year. It's right pinned in the comments on Facebook as well as YouTube. Live in a trailer was wondering how Yankton, South Dakota is going to do tonight. Let's take a look here, and I apologize, Emma, I didn't see Rosebud, but Rosebud is in the severe thunderstorm watch until 3 o'clock in the morning. So there is a possibility of those storms firing off near Rosebud. Stay weather aware, Tori, because if we look at the Rufus model, and we've got Yankton right there. Let me scan through this as best as I can here. So that's what, here, we'll zoom in a little bit and show you Yankton. Let me get rid of this velocity element here. So you can see that's a possibility of some straight line winds happening in Yankton at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to the latest model run from the Rufus that was updated at 8 p.m. And that shows huge wind bag at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll back it up here. And look at that. That's at 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, pushing through Sioux Falls area. And then eventually over to Spencer, Iowa, Windham, Fairmont. I would suspect that you guys could have that possibility of big time wind as well as a hail threat. But the wind's going to be the primary threat in the early morning hours. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's for areas of Ohio. We're continuing to stay on South Dakota at this point in time. But move on over to those storms just in case we have anybody over in areas of Ohio that are concerned about that. This looks like it's 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts moving east at 40.
Are you tired?
I'm getting tired, yes. It's not good. It's 11 o'clock and I got a long night ahead of me. Oh, yep. So Nate's right. He thinks that this is going to continue to develop into recycling. Let's take a look. Nate, what do you see?
A lot of wind.
A lot of wind. That's right. And that's, yep. It does look like it is. Cherry Creek and Bridger in areas of, let's see, where is this? I got to zoom in. So, via Highway 11. I don't even like.
Interstate 11. Watch it. Highway 11.
Yeah. BIA Highway, BIA 11, BIA, Highway 11. Highway 11 in basically Cherry Creek, going west. Right here, we're starting to see a little bit of a hook starting to redevelop right here. Very, very faint. Yep.
Do you remember this was at like 20 moving?
Is this picking up?
Yeah, it's not speed, but it was now.
Up. Look at that. Hold on. We got to get to the right velocity here. This went through another scan. Let me make sure that I'm on the right radar.
Yes, you are.
Look at that right there. That's a hook. So again, folks, I wouldn't doubt if they're going to issue another tornado warning. It would be radar indicated. So Bridger and Cherry Creek areas, you guys are not out of the woods quite yet. If they ended up issuing a tornado warning of any kind, it'd be right in this vicinity here and points south probably.
This storm is moving. The severe thunderstorm was located over, I can't say that, or 29 miles south of Faith, moving southeast.
What time was that issued? Okay, I'll read it. At 10:04 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Takini, or 29 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 30. And this is a destructive storm for Faith. Baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Cherry Creek, Millsville, Bridger, and Takini. This does not expire until 11:30 p.m. Central Time. So another 20 minutes, 22 minutes. All right. Thanks for handling the chat. Team, if anybody in the chat needs to get some rest, I fully understand. There's not going to be any issues with that. We all have full-time jobs.
Well, not me yet.
Well, not you, but so we totally understand. So right now, this is the storm that we got to watch out for. This is in west central South Dakota. This earlier this evening, maybe about half an hour or an hour ago, this did produce a tornado. And again, there's a new update. Okay, we have a new update. That's yeah, I know.
You always have to pause it so then it doesn't.
So that you can see the curvature right there. This is becoming more well-defined hook right here. I do not understand. Let's go ahead and verify the velocity here.
Yeah, this needs to be.
This is probably gonna, I mean, it's a little tough to see. I don't see the reds and greens as much. Very little. I think they would need a lot more to indicate this is a tornado. But those winds are still destructive. But they also have a tornado possible tag on this, I believe. Yeah. Oh, wow. There's a new scan. Let's take a look. Okay, now it looks like... Yep, they need to pump that as a tornado warning. Radar indicated. Right here. The reds and greens are starting to mix there. As a reminder, when you have the reds and greens mixing like that, that's an indication of velocity and rotation.
Red going away from the radar.
Yes, green goes towards the radar and red is going away from the radar. And we can kind of show you a little bit of what we mean. So we got negative 4 miles per hour, right? And over here we got negative 39. There we got that. So we have directions going away from the radar right here. That's going east-ish, and this is going west. So that's where that velocity is.
For the storm level, I can't say that it's but velocity 55.5 miles per hour.
Oh, I keep forgetting to look at that. Where can we?
You know, you have to go to the next one.
This one?
Yes.
So we have 55 mile per hour winds. I'd say it's definitely stronger than that. Yeah, it's stronger than that. I think it's because it's so close to the radar. We do have, look at that. That's tightening up. That is.
They need a 21 for this.
Why is there not a warning yet? Seriously, folks.
There's blue spots on the coalition coefficient.
Right there. Let's look at the debris. That's a little harder to see. Yeah, it's a little harder to see that. And rain wrapped. It almost looks like it's rain wrapped. Whatever it is.
And that's dangerous.
Extremely.
If it was like a multi-vortex tornado, that could be dangerous.
Yep. All right, so we're continuing to stay on this storm here. Again, folks, the severe thunderstorm watch is in. Oh, now we do have a new update for the destructive. Let's go ahead and take a look at this new. The new one was issued here. Severe thunderstorm warning issued at 10:13 Mountain Daylight Time until 10:30 Mountain Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles southeast of Takini or 33 miles south of Faith, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. This is a damaging and destructive storm for Faith. 3-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. Cherry Creek, Millsville, and Bridger. Tornado possible tag is on this. Okay. Nate? All right, let's take a look at the resolution, velocity here. That's not signature enough for a tornado. I don't know. It's kind of breaking up, actually, Nate, right here. What do you guys think, chat? What do you think? You think that's you think that needs a tornado or a warning, or do you think the destructive damage warning is sufficient? Hold on one second. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the super resolution reflectivity here of this. I feel like this is getting choked off a little bit. Don't you agree? What the flippity floppity, he says. Yeah. So we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that continues until 3 o'clock in the morning. This includes White River, Mission, Rosebud. Again, till 3 o'clock in the morning. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is including Mott, Mott and Regent, North Dakota. This is 60-mile-an-hour winds that are radar indicated at 10:15 Mountain Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles northeast of Regent, or 31 miles southeast of Dickinson, moving east at 25 miles per hour. This has got ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is going to impact Mott, New Leipzig, Regent, Burt, and Bentley. We're going to continue to stay on this. For the meantime, I'm going to take a quick break. Their warnings will pop up, I assure you, automatically. And you guys are going to see the radar live here, but I am going to turn on a tool that I have here. Just while I go grab something to eat for the moment. It's going to span over into other areas of the United States as the warnings come through. Just be aware of that, and I will be right back. I promise you. All right, everybody, I am back. I want you to be aware we are starting to see additional development further east, and I'm going to show you here in a minute, but we do have a tornado possible tag on this one as well. This is going to be pushing towards Phillip. This is going to be pushing towards Phillip, South Dakota. I do need to shut off my tool here 1 second. Okay, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning. That is the one that's right here. That's 2.75 inch hail, basically baseball size hail for Hacken, South Dakota. This is pushing south, okay? I know we have some amazing followers that are concerned, you know, further south. All I can say is if you're in the severe thunderstorm watch until 3 a.m., I would genuinely be concerned and just stay aware. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm going to show folks to the east here in a minute because we're starting to see some development to the east. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning for central Hacken County in west central South Dakota. At 10:22 Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Milesville or 30 miles north of Phillip, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Again, Milesville, Billsburg, and Ottawa would be the areas that are concerning. Remember, you guys are also in your outlook from the Storm Prediction Center does have those areas in a 2% probability for tornadoes. So anybody that's in this green zone has potential for tornadoes. Okay? I apologize. Grabbed something quick to eat. But here's what I want to kind of show you. There's a few little blips that we're starting to see. Very, very tiny things trying to get going. This would be south of Humboldt. So this is part of the east side things. So we'll see what ends up happening with this little tiny blip. This is north of Parker, South Dakota. So if you guys are just joining us, heads up. This could be where things start getting a little spicy for the east side of the state. We shall see. And we do have this development to the south as well. Little tiny spots. This is probably where the cap is finally breaking. And we're starting to see some development there. This is likely where that front is, right along here. We have a new, let's take a look here, 1 second. Yep, Redfield development, Aberdeen development. Over by Hecla, a lot of that scattered stuff. Looks like we're going to start seeing, probably within the next half hour here, some storms start firing a little bit further to the east. So over by Miller and Redfield.
Is it seriously no like him in corporate?
This storm here, again, Highway 73 and Highway 34. Just north of Phillip and Midland.
I'm seeing something like him in here. See that?
Oh, that's just the way the camera looks. Yep. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. And thank you to those that have signed up for Weather Call Next Gen, as well as those that have subscribed through Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate it very much. Continuing, I apologize. I'm chatting with my team as well. All right, so we do have.
Oh,
What do you got? What do you got, buddy?
pause.
Why do I need to pause?
Go all the way to this.
Okay.
Zoom in into this.
No, you're not seeing it correctly. Yeah, that's not a whole lot going on there. Our enhanced echo tops does show that this storm is still continuing to be large, 57,000 feet. Those are the tops of the towers and the vertical integrated liquid. This does show that the hail core continues to be pretty large. Now, let me scan through here and see over the last few frames. Looks like it starts to die a little bit, but that is still plenty large. And obviously with a severe thunderstorm warning that has a tornado possible and destructive damage tag on it, and then reports of baseball size hail, that is still destructive for sure. We'll go back to super resolution velocity here. What do we see over here by Aberdeen? Hold on.
Oh, that's GUAM.
Yeah, that's been there forever. And anybody here from Aberdeen? Anybody know if like they're putting up windmills or something? Because we've been seeing these crazy things for a while. I still can't believe there's just these two storms right here as far as North Dakota and South Dakota. We're going to stay on here. I really truly believe we're going to start seeing, oh yeah, look at this, Nate. We're starting to see it.
Wait, mom shows.
I got to get to the right radar. That might help, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this storm right here, not really having much, but it's a glimmer of something. That's what we kind of got to look at this point. Say hello to the wonderful Sonia that handles our cupcakes. She does a great job at Cake My Day Bakery SD. So check her out on Facebook as well. She does an amazing job of cupcakes. She really likes to do cookies. I'm just kidding. I got a terrible look. She does not like to do cookies. She knows what she's doing, but she's a perfectionist when it comes to baking. And so getting the detail, she takes pride in her work. So anyhow, we're going to go back to this storm over here for Cherry Creek, just to the west and south of Cherry Creek. I want to take a look at that a little bit closer here. Then we'll take a look at the correlation coefficient, a little bit of debris in there. Earlier, there was a report of a tornado with full condensed ground contact that was ongoing, observed from Highway 73, looking northwest, debris being lofted around the base of the tornado. That was a report earlier, just to the south of Faith. That was at 10:17. So that's why we are staying on this at this point in time. So total for the U.S., we've had 3 tornadoes, but 490 total reports. That's all day, from about 8 a.m. this morning till current. And these would be confirmed ones. All right. Where is everybody watching from? Do I have anybody from other states on here by this point? Should probably come over to this one here. We got a severe thunderstorm warning over by Cleveland, Parkersburg. These are Ohio. Severe thunderstorm watch until 1 o'clock in the morning for there. I should probably show you guys what we have expected. Again, that's for Ohio. This is the tornado risk tonight. And then if we take a look at the categorical look, we do have that enhanced 3 out of 5 covering this orangish color. Take a look at tomorrow. We're not out of the woods yet. The same areas that were impacted, have been impacted today, we've got a slight risk already for tomorrow again. And then as far as the tornado risk, that shifts over towards Chicago, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Ohio, all of those areas. And then Wednesday, what do we got there? For those folks that are going to be over in Sturgis and some of those areas, you need to watch out because we do have on Wednesday slight risk as well. So if you're traveling over from the south up to Rapid City area, stay on alert. And then we get a cool down. A little bit of a cool down on the storms. But for now, we're dealing with this one little cell here. Shouldn't say little. This is a big popper. For another 39 minutes, 12:15 a.m. Central Time. This is, what? We're going to look at this velocity a little bit better. This is crazy. Why do we not have a tornado warning on this? We got reds and greens in here. Legitimately, why do we not have a tornado warning on this? Just feels weird that there's not. Maybe it's just, I don't know. We're getting close to that area where the radar has a little bit of a struggle, because if you go to, like here, we've got Aberdeen, but see, we're kind of approaching the far end of the reach. So when we're using the radar from Aberdeen office, that's kind of the cutoff area. So this is the farthest that Aberdeen radar can see. So that's why we have to actually use the Rapid City radar to get a better idea of what this really looks like. I think this storm is recycling again. So this has had a history, as you can see up here by Faith, has had a history of producing a tornado. So if you're in Phillip, South Dakota, I would, and anywhere along Highway 34 and 73, just to the west of Highway 14, or just to the west of Highway 14, I would be genuinely concerned about anybody that's driving in this area, not just for the destructive wind, but the possibility of another tornado dropping. I mean, we had an observed tornado earlier, so genuine concern. Hang on one second. Let's see if we've got anything else here. I'm just going to get an I'm going to get an in the field report. 1 second, folks. All right, folks. I genuinely wanted to understand what exactly we're seeing here. So I checked on somebody that's in that general vicinity here. And the report is that there is debris, and I could hear it actually when I was on the phone. Person's going like 30 miles an hour and getting blasted with dirt. So extremely dangerous storm right here. Let's take a look and see if there's any other updates on this. At 10:22 Mountain Daylight Time, don't have any other updates other than tornado possible on this. And this chaser was actually seeing some rotation as well, which that's what I really wanted to figure out is like what I'm seeing on radar. Does that make sense? That rotation now is kind of recycling again, but it was strong. And that person's location was right around 34 here. And we're starting to see this hook once again develop, continuing to recycle through. So again, folks that are along Highway 73 and Highway 34, definitely stay safe and stay in your safe place as these storms continue, or this storm continues to barrel. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the one up in North Dakota. That one, we'll do a scan through here and see what we see. That one's a little more disorganized, but it is still dangerous. 60-mile-an-hour winds, considerable damage threat. Tennis ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds on that. Moving off to the east at 25 miles per hour. We're taking a look at this storm again and see if there's a new scan. Still looks like it's a hook. I feel like this is going to end up dropping something huge really soon. That's why I keep staying on this one. Something just feels... Plus the storm relative velocity on this just keeps on recycling through. All right, let's go ahead and span out. I want to take a look back at our storms that are over to the east that are not really storms yet, but little tiny blips in the radar over by Montrose, southeast of Hartford. Not much of anything going on. Maybe some light showers, maybe reaching the ground, but I do want to take a look at a new weather model scan here to see if there's any other updates that we can find out. This is the Rufus model, and it's still putting it right over by Sioux Falls. Let me take a look at the HRRR model. Take a look at the same time frame that was updated. This has got it pushing Pier and then kind of dying out, and then Brookings at 4 o'clock, sometime after 4 o'clock in the morning. And then Sioux Falls passing just to the north. Two different weather models, two different scenarios. We'll go to the latest scan of the HRRR, though. Let's take a look at that. That's a look at 2 o'clock. Here's midnight. It's putting it spot on. Sometimes I look at these weather models so that I can compare to reality of what's actually happening. So here, Redfield area, sometime around 2 o'clock in the morning. And then as we scan through here, it looks like it's going to pass to the north of Sioux Falls. Garrettson, Jasper, Del Rapids, Trent, around 5 o'clock in the morning. If this weather model holds true, Worthington, Fairmont, Algona, Iowa area, and then Charles City. So that's the latest scans that we have. Back to live radar, though. We do have the severe thunderstorm. This one just went through an update. So at 10:46 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 6 miles southeast of Billsburg, or 20 miles north of Phillip, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour, baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Tornado possible tag is still on there. Destructive damage threat. Billsburg and Ottawa. You guys need to get in your safe place now. And again, this is moving to the southeast at 30 miles per hour. If it stays on its current track, let me see if I can get this storm track on here. I'm not doing a very good job of this. All right, so we could have, if it stays on this, 30 miles an hour. Let's take a look at that. So we would have Kadoka around 1247 and Belvedere as well. So basically it would be hitting I-90 area around 1249. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning over in areas of Ohio, but I'm not moving that right now. So here's what we have if it stays on its current track. I want to go 3 hours out. So if it stayed on its current track, and this is a big if, that would be Rosebud about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's a big, big if. We go out that far and it's really tough. I really don't like going out any further than 30 minutes to an hour at most. A lot can change between there. So hopefully that helps some that we have in here. Appreciate y'all being in here and continuing to watch live. Appreciate the shares that you have put out. Again, severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 3 o'clock in the morning. This includes central part of South Dakota and west central portions of South Dakota. You can see it in the polygon there. We are waiting for this mesoscale discussion to expire. If this expires without getting a watch, and if this storm cell here, if nothing else fires off after this one dies out, if it dies out, we may have to go through a transitional period as I get some food. All right, chat. I just got to check YouTube here, see if there's anybody that I need to chatty chat with. Gosh, Is there no live going on? Let's see what's going on here. One second. All right, there we go.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. This is for La Paz, Arizona. But we're covering our friends in South Dakota tonight as we are expecting additional development eastward. A lot of lightning. I do want to take a look at the enhanced echo tops and see, yeah, it's still there. I want to see a scan to see it's still, that hail core has not died out at all. Looks like it's built back up. Again, this severe thunderstorm warning is for destructive storm for Ottawa. This was issued at 10:46 Mountain Time. As we go through here, we do see little tiny blips every once in a while that show up here near Highway 28 and 281, but they're really struggling to get going. I really want to find out what on earth this is, because that has been there for days, and I know it's not a flock of birds. Again, this one near Cherry Creek, southeast, south of Cherry Creek there. We'll go through the weather models here and kind of show you, again, possibility of what might happen tonight. This is based on the weather models at this point in time. 030, which would have been the 10 p.m. update. So it does show Sioux Falls possibly getting impacted, but there's starting to be, it's starting to change, and I'm getting exhausted on whether this is going to come through.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
New severe thunderstorm warning for Yuma, Arizona. You got friends and family over there. Thank you all for being on here. I appreciate it very much. Again, we are continuing live coverage for South Dakota at this point in time. We'll go back to the Rufus model and show you that to kind of give you an idea of what is expected for if you were looking at the Rufus model. Still was showing that could be impacting to Sioux Falls. We'll show you another weather model. These are so many different weather models and different scenarios of what could end up happening, okay? And the main thing that we do is we try to look at as many weather models as possible. Now, this definitely overdid it, because we're here at midnight and that doesn't look anything like what we already have. Nothing. Let's go to the Rufus sub-hourly. So we can have a better time frame of seeing what happens. That did show some storms up there in that area, but then nothing came through here. We'll see what happens with Miller and Huron. And then as you get into 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, that's what might be possible, but might not, because these models are struggling to get a handle on these environmental changes that are happening. HRRR might be the best bet at this point. Because if we look at radar right now, we got a weird a new mesoscale discussion. What's up with that? Okay, let's read this one through. Oops, wrong one. This one does not expire until 12:45. So what it has is a severe weather threat for severe thunderstorm watch 562 continues. A pair of widely spaced supercells will continue to pose a threat for very large hail and occasional severe gusts in the near term. A reservoir of strong instability amid enhanced west-northwest mid-level flow and related 45 to 55 knot of deep layer shear will continue to support a pair of widely spaced intense supercells across southwest North Dakota into west central South Dakota. Current expectations are for these supercells to pose mainly a large to very large hail threat in the near term, up to 1.5 to 2.5 inch in diameter, given the presence of very steep mid-level lapse rates and strong cloud layer shear noted on the 7 p.m. observed sounding from the Rapid City office. These cells should continue tracking southeastward with occasional severe downdraft gusts also possible given the ample mid-upper level cape present, the potential for upscale growth into a Boeing cluster. So that'd be like the Boeing segment. With this ongoing activity remains highly uncertain as stronger low-level flow and warm moist advection related to a gradually strengthening low-level jet will tend to focus to the southeast of this region, Nebraska into Iowa. So that's what we got. So there we have it. A lot of uncertainty now with what's going to develop. At 10:46, baseball-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Again, that's Billsburg and Ottawa in South Dakota. I'm going to take a brief break, and I will be back here very shortly. But again, I'll be right back. Just got to step away for a moment here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, everybody, what I wanted to show you here, I'm going to show you. This is the excessive rainfall outlook. We do have a marginal risk, so if storms can get rolling, they do have a marginal risk for excessive rainfall for this area in the green. Tomorrow, that shifts a little bit further east, Sioux Falls, Storm Lake, Mason City, and then a huge amount. If you have any plans of going over to Cincinnati and Ohio areas, that is going to be some major flooding over in those areas. Because over the next, well, look at this. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we still have Friday. Plenty of moisture on its way. Let's go back to our live radar as we take a look at the bigger picture here. Again, this is the only storm that we have in South Dakota at this point in time. So we'll see what ends up happening further east later. We're going through another weather model update here. So we got 4 frames out of 18 done. Let's see if HRRR is going to do some justice here. So that's where the storms are right now, kind of 3 o'clock in the morning. It's still kind of putting to Smet and Mitchell. So areas over by Highway 14, Highway 25, Wessington Springs, Artesian, north of Mitchell. And we only have 4 frames that we're able to go through, so it's not really changing too much. So you may be wondering, why on earth? What's the issue? Why is it not going, right? Take a look at the METARs here, and we'll show you. We still have 72-degree dew point over in Sioux Falls, 75-degree temperature, and we have 73-degree temperature over in Mitchell and 72-degree dew point there. We're still waiting on this drier, cooler air to drop in. And quite honestly, we might have a little bit of a struggle. We got to see these temperatures, and the temperature and the dew point get a little bit closer. I'm going to request a sounding for Sioux Falls, okay? Now, what we have here is we've got the temperature line, that's the red line, and the dew point. So they're getting very close together. The closer they get, the more possibility that we end up having that ability. But take a look at the SIN. The sin is the cap in the atmosphere. We still have a strong cap, and that's why storms have not fired in eastern South Dakota yet. Okay, the decape value, this is 963. So, and then our lapse rates are kind of high. Not gonna lie. If we go over to request a sounding for areas of Mitchell, again, 232 for a surface base. Yeah, it's capped. So this is a strong cap in the atmosphere, a lid over the atmosphere that's saying, nope, we're not going to give you anything else. Let's take a look at Redfield. Surface-based sin. Again, strong cap there as well. You look over here by where the storms went through, has a negative 196. And that's as of 04. That was as of midnight. Okay. I'm just trying to request sounding so I can see where the... It looks like the cap in the atmosphere is what's hindering. And that is pretty often, and that's the struggle. But there's plenty of...
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
There's plenty of convective available potential energy in the atmosphere. There's some decent amount of shear. And now we do see this one here has been reduced down to a severe thunderstorm warning. Considerable threat. At 11:06 p.m. Mountain Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles west of Samoa, South Dakota, or 13 miles northeast of Phillip, moving southeast at 30. And then this area, Ottawa, South Dakota, is impacted by that. A tornado possible tag, 2-inch in diameter hail. Let's take a look at the echo tops on that. This could end up helping us figure out what's going on here. 58,000, 54. And as we scan through this, we can certainly see this is starting to have a little bit less of a defined hail core, but it's still there. There's still hail. Starting to see some convection happen to the west of Pierre, to the southwest of Pierre, this one right here. So we're kind of in between radars, actually. Once we get to Pierre, there's kind of a dead zone, if you will, where we have a struggle seeing the activity as well because we have to switch between Aberdeen and the Rapid City radar. We do now have some more convection happening over by Springfield and Tyndall, so we could end up having something finally happening there. Let's take a look at the sounding. The negative 195 for the surface-based sin. So we could end up starting to see things develop enough here over the next hour or so. We'll see what happens. I appreciate all of the followers, subscribers, those that are staying on here. I appreciate you all so much. So I am going to step away for a moment. I know I said I was going to do that and then I never did, but I'm going to step away for a minute and you guys will you'll be able to have this automate here. It will keep track of the severe thunderstorm warnings. Keep track of any tornado warnings that'll pop out. Want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. Just sometimes have to refresh that. So I'll be back just in a moment here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Hello, everybody. I am back. We're going to take a look at getting these other storms figured out here. 1 second. We don't want to go to those. We want to go to South Dakota. All right, so we do have Norris now. Corn Creek and White River. Tornado possible tag on that, and at 11:13 p.m. Mountain Time or 12:13 Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 9 miles southwest of Samoa or 12 miles northeast of Phillip, moving southeast at 45. It's picking up speed, so that's alarming. Remember, if you... That is for North Dakota, and I'll get that here in a moment. So this is damage threat is considerable. Areas that are going to be impacted by this is Kadoka, White River, Norris, Midland, Belvedere, Cedar Butte, Corn Creek, Black Pipe, Ottawa, Swift Bear, and Nolan. This does include Interstate 90 in South Dakota between mile markers 149 and 174. So be aware of that. I was discussing this already, that this was going to be pushing towards the south and hitting some of those areas. I am genuinely concerned about this possibly impacting two areas of Rosebud and St. Francis area, if it can hold itself together, but it's got a long, long ways to go. 45 miles per hour. Let's put a tracker on that and see what could happen. I'm trying to remember how to do this. You think it was my first rodeo, apparently. Well, evidently my system is probably having some issues. It's been a long day for my computer system. Starting to see some of these storms pop over here. Nothing severe yet. Let me take a look at the echo tops so that I can kind of see. It doesn't look like it's much, which that's good if you don't want storms. This one here in Nebraska, we may need to worry about just a little bit. I appreciate y'all being in here. Let's take a look at the weather models real quick while we got, we currently have 14 viewers on Facebook. I want to know if we have anybody in the chat. Anybody that is able to be in the chat right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the model run, see if the HRRR has gotten a little bit further. It has 10 frames, so let's take a look and see what HRRR has got. It still does put Brookings, 4 o'clock in the morning, Franklin, Madison. It's got a lot of those areas here. Folks, I think I'm going to stop the live at this point. And the reason for that is I genuinely feel like I need to get some rest, because I want to be available at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. If this does hold true, I would like to be able to come back on and have enough brain energy to be able to handle that. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will be back on if we need to break in and that type of thing. But at this point, let's see here. At this point, it does look like there's still a lot of capping going on and getting a little tough for things to fire off real quick. God bless. Stay safe, everybody. I'm going to let you guys go. And if I've been on here for almost 3 hours, which isn't that crazy because I know a buddy of mine that has done a 38-hour live stream before. So it's crazy. But I'm going to let you guys go. And we'll be back on for another live episode on YouTube as well as Facebook in the later this morning if we need to. We'll be monitoring that. I'll set my alarm as I sometimes do. Yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. God bless. Stay safe. I'll come back on if things should need to fire up and get you guys warned.